Hi guys, this is Pestily and welcome to an Escape for Tarkov video. Today I'm going to be giving my 1 month thoughts on the wipe and patch 1.0 or the release of Escape for Tarkov. I'm going to go over some of the new stuff and then go over the actual my thoughts on the actual things that have happened in 1.0 or in the actual 1.0 itself. So without further ado, let's crack straight into it. All right, so starting off now, this is about a week old, but a week ago, the snow came to Tarkov. So they did a heap of fixes and they introduced or they brought in snow update to Escape from Tarkov. So some of the fixes, there's still a lot of bugs in 1.0. I think my main thought before 1.0, what was going to happen was a lot of new content, a lot of new bugs. And I've kind of thought it was going to be worse than it was, but it's actually been pretty good. There is still some annoying little things that have been happening, but they are actively trying to work on getting a lot of this stuff fixed. So patch 1, I'm so used to saying 0. 1.0.0.5 came out with a heap of patches. Fixes. Now, a lot of people have been asking already when the wipe's going to happen, how the whole system's going to work. It's going to be a character you're playing right now is your permanent Escape from Tarkov character, and then twice a year they're going to do a seasonal playthrough / wipe / character. So kind of similar to Path of Exile. If you ever played a game called Path of Exile, I love it. I'm addicted to it. But you have your actual seasonal character, and then at the end of the season, all that stuff goes through to your standard character. That's your permanent one. I don't know if anything's going to transfer over in this, but I do believe you'll probably keep all your prestiges and stuff and your achievements on your seasonal character, and then that will be overarching your whole character. So anyway, moving on. Some balancing changes. So the cost variance of items in ref assortment has been adjusted. The big one that I know everyone was talking about was the thick case. Oh, I do have max ref now, but there's a thick item case for 3 Lega medals and 500 GP. So I think this used to be 5 or 10, so it's a pretty big drop. And so yeah, some of the items have had a bit of a drop. I'm just looking. Whoops, what am I doing? I'm looking to see. So yeah, key tools went down. They were at about the 240 mark. These are still the same. For level 2, for the people that don't use Arena, you realistically only going to get level 1 and 2. This looks fairly similar. I don't really think there's been much change there. These were 4 Legas. Now they're only. These were 4 Lega medals, no GP coins. Now they're 1 Lega medal and 220 GP coins. So these sell for more. Don't tell Nikita this, but you go to flea market, these go for 1.6 million. Hot little tip, if you guys want to flip and make money using your stuff. And then these will be about 1.1, 1.2 million, 1.3. So yeah, these are cheaper. Hot tip, buy these with your ref coins and sell them on flea. You'll make more money. And you could probably get that maybe once a day. Free 1.5 million from ref. You transfer over the Legas and GP or every day. It's about what dailies you get over on ref, I guess. So they're notably cheaper. That's probably the main one there. Over to the next one. So this is probably a quite considerable one. A lot of the wait times are between 1 and 4 days. I think the longest is about 3 days. Now it's been reduced by 25%. The duration of most crafts in the hideout that are required for completing story chapters has been reduced by 25%. Most of the crafts were around half a day to a day in the hideout. I think there was a couple that were around 2 days. So, this is a considerable amount of time. Having your crafting skill leveled up speeds this one up drastically. I did the Fallen escape from Tarkov. That's this one. And I maxed out my crafting skill in the process of making my cards. So if you want a tip on how to level up your crafting skill, what you want to do is you want to pick 2 crafts that either make profit or are close to, that have a small period of time. So I think what I did for this, which you can't all do, but if you got a gamma container, I had this one and this one and this one. And what I would do is I would craft one of the containers. I don't know. What happened to my gamma? Oh, it might be locked. I would craft one of the containers and then craft this. And the profit I would make from the gunpowder, because you can just buy this in bulk. And then I would craft the gunpowder again, craft the other gamma, craft the gunpowder. And every time you do that, it's 8 skill points. So what's quick math? It's 500 times and it's done. So 500 crafts, That sounds like a lot, but you can do like a lavatory at the same time. If you really want to, this is where you can make a lot of money right now because people are leveling up their crafting skills. But these gas masks, because they're only 1 minute craft, and then you could pick something like this. It's only a 10-minute craft, right? But yeah, pick anything. I would do like fleeces generally and corduras and stuff because these would actually sell for profit. And I would just do it after every raid. So every time you do a raid, you could do workbench, lavatory, nutrition, and med station. Nutrition, I can't remember exactly what I did. I think I was slickers and I would turn them into scav vests, and then maybe alionkas to sugar. It wasn't a profit, but it was just easy because you could buy these in bulk. So they're 18k, and I think sugar sells for 30k. I know it's not profit, but it's like the 10k you're getting 8 skill points. It's kind of how I saw it. And then med station, I usually just do these two. So pile of meds into AI2s. You buy these two on Flea. Or, you know, these are cheap as fuck. And then you just rotate that craft back and forth. And with the AI2s, you can make more AI... Sorry, with the pile of meds, you can make more AI2s. So yeah, there's your guide on how to level up crafting super fast. That worked pretty quick. And like CIC sell gunpowder for 79 USD. Bam, just made a heap of money. Easy profit there. So yeah, big reduction in the time it takes to do those crafts. The default time previously, I might not be able to see it because it's crafting. So this was, I got it down for 12 hours to 7.5. Now it's down to 5 hours and 37 minutes. So that's a lot. You get 6 a day. Sorry, you can get 4 a day. Get 4 a day now, a little over 4 a day compared to what I could get was 3. All right, moving on to what's next. So there is a discount, 25%. Standard edition, 25% off Left Behind Periscope, also available at discounted price up until the 5th of January. So if you are interested in upgrading your account, now's the time to do it. And TheBurntPeanut Skin is coming to Tarkov. We got a teaser of this a little bit before. I was actually in a hotel lobby hanging out with TheBurntPeanut, eating pizza and stuff. And he said, oh, you know, like it'd be cool if I can get these skins. And so I sent some photos from his phone to Nikita, and I think this was one of them. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think this was one of the skins he asked for. He asked for some weird shit, but I remember this was one of them. All right, so as for like news stuff, that's pretty much covering that. Now for my 1 month thoughts, some of the stuff that changed, I'm not going to reiterate a lot of the things that I already spoken about. Mostly just going to talk about the main quest line being like obviously the escaping of Tarkov, and I'm going to talk about some of the guns. Mostly that's it, really. So, quest lines. I actually really enjoyed completing all these quests. Batya was bugged. I think I can finally do it again. They fixed it. So, this is the reason why I went to the Fallen ending instead of the Savior or whatever it was because I couldn't complete my Batya quest. Now, if you want to watch me escape from Tarkov, it's up on this YouTube channel, the Pestily channel, and you can watch that. And it was a roller coaster ride to get there, but we finally did get there. And I still need to finish the Unheard, which I have the item, I believe. I just need to go and do it. So these quests, I think I can finish now, and that would complete all the quest lines for the main storyline. I'm going on Christmas holidays from after this video, and I won't be back until the 28th, I think it is, of December. This is the first time. Thank you, Nikita, for putting 1.0 out in November, and I've had my first Christmas with my family without any thought of work. So, yeah, I will finish those last couple of quest lines and then slowly progress towards Prestige, which is at level 55. I've got everything else ready. I just need to get 55 to get the new beginning. The rubles, I could easily make 20 million. I've got, how much are graphics cards right now? They're 400k each. I've got 25. There's, 10 million just in graphics cards there. And then obviously I have a decent collection of Bitcoin. So I've already got the money. I literally just need to get level 55, which I've just been doing arena dailies, slowly getting up there. I'm not in a rush. I think what the plan will be for my prestige will be I'll prestige somewhere towards the end of January and do like a Kappa speed run for a bit of fun. Fly everyone over. I didn't get to fly everyone over for the pre-wipe event that I wanted to do. So instead, I'll do like a Kappa speed run late January, early Feb, and we'll have a bit of fun with that. So that's kind of what my plan will be. And then after I do that, I'm going to do the farm 500 million ending. Before I prestige again for prestige 6, and I think once I hit prestige 6, I don't know if I'll push to doing another ending or save that ending until whatever this new seasonal character begins. So that's my current plan in what's moving forward. Now going back To my thoughts. So the only real things that have changed, I've put a lot more time into using the NL545. I think that gun is amazing. I don't know if I have one at the moment. NL, I do. This gun here, there's two variants. One's, I think, 800, and the other one's like 850 RPM. Let me just quickly look. So this one is 850 RPM. It is beautiful. It's probably the meta. Mostly because of high tier ammo you can only be found in raid, and you can find a lot of this ammo. I've got a lot of BP, BS ammo. It's really good. Its firing rate is good. It sounds good. It's fun to use. Love it. And it's balanced quite well. You don't really get to see much of it until later on. The MXLR, the lever action rifle, it is being nerfed quite heavily in its cost and availability. So right now it is still available at Jaeger level 2, which I think, don't quote me, but I think it was around 50k initially, or maybe 60. It's definitely gone up. It was not 70,000. It was somewhere between 40 and 50, I'm pretty sure. But the ammo, so the ammo is still available at level 2 for the LOKT, but the ME ammo is now not available until level 3 mechanic. It's a big pushback. This ammo is what makes that gun so crazy good, because what you do is you buy a stack of this ammo, you put it in your pockets. Like, say I was like wanting to use the gun. No, obviously I have EOD, but like you can go ammo and buy one of the guns, and obviously you don't have to take that many rounds in. And you don't really have to do anything else. You could put a sight on, but you could put all your keys in that in your bum, and you can go in, and with this ammo, pretty much one tap anyone in the head. It maybe like an Alton face shield might be able to take a hit, but realistically, no class 4 armor is surviving this. No class 4 helmet. So you can one tap people in the head, and it's very accurate at range. So yeah, it's just great. It's a great gun. It's really fun to use, and this is the cool part about it. When you die with it, you nearly always get them back. I have probably purged the most of mine now, because I was just selling stuff for the sake of selling it to get the million USD that I needed. But it's just a great gun to use. It's a little bit overrated now because of, like, it's not as OP as it was because of how they've moved the ammo. But overall, a lot of fun, and it's a great gun. Now, I have not used the TKPD. You've got to get it from handing over. It's not even showing it up on Flea. So you've got to get it from handing over. Can I go to link search and maybe find it? No. So this gun is unlocked by the quest where you hand over 2 Red Rebels. I have one found in raid. Where is the other one? It's 2 found in raid Red Rebels. It's probably going to be Skier. There it is. So the TKPD. It is a beast of a weapon from what I've seen, and can't wait to get my hands on it, but this is the only gun I haven't actually used yet that's new. Actually, that's wrong. There's an AK-308. I didn't even know this was in the game until people started telling me about it. The 308 AK. I have not used this yet. 7.62x51. I'll have to give it a go. But yeah, I still want to use this gun, and I'll leave that at that. Now, the last thing I really want to talk about. Terminal. I personally did not like Terminal. It didn't. This is like, I know people haven't had a chance to play it themselves, but it doesn't, to me, feel like Tarkov. Now, there's a couple of things that I think are very valid points. One, how do you put an ending on a extractor shooter game that's like a PvP ending? I get that. It felt like kind of doing like a Dark Souls boss fight, but the boss is like has like just instant one hits that you can't really control. So I'm going to make a video showing all my deaths and talking through them and where I made mistakes. I honestly feel like some of them, there was just no option. Like sometimes it's like RNG. You just get dealt bad dice and they just insta-kill you. I think it ended up taking me 13 or 14 goes to escape. I did actually take a bit of a break in between, and the map changed a little bit with the snow. I did have spoilers. I did do a little bit of research just so it wasn't like, it was like a 12-hour craft to get my keys. And I was like, I'm not going to spend 12 hours to go one time in and be like, I don't know what to do now. And then, you know, like I kind of wanted to have some sort of idea that I wasn't completely wasting 12 hours of waiting. But I didn't learn where all Black Division was. I just go, okay, what are the things I have to do? So yeah, it was like half spoiled, half not. But yeah, realistically, it just felt frustrating. And I think a lot of my frustrations would have completely been gone if I didn't have to go into Shoreline to queue into it. I think first time you do it, you should have to go to Shoreline to queue into it. But every time after that, the amount of times I would go nighttime, go into the raid, spawn on the wrong side of the map, I'd either reset or, I thought it was close enough and I'd push across and my gear would get destroyed. I'd fight multiple people getting to the extract to the point where I'd have my moderators stream snipe my raid so they could be my protection party to get me to the thing. I got camped twice. No, sorry, 3 times I had people camping the button just during a random nighttime raid. So I'm assuming they were either camping people that are doing the initial quest to get there or just in general, like, hey, this is a nighttime raid. People are going to try and do their escape for Tarkov mission. They're going to be coming in fully geared. And I got firing squad. Like there were people in the bars that can hide up in the tower. It is brutal. So didn't really like that factor. I don't like the idea that Nikita's put in that apparently you can spawn in with other people, but you won't have enough room on the boat. So a complete random's going to come in with you, then you're going to kill the other person, like instead of cooperating. I think it'd be better if you could spawn in there and there's enough room on the boat. So then that way you actually work together, go, hey, this is a complete random on a raid. Let's go work together to escape. So yeah, people were saying I was just being salty, but like the replayability of the map is 0. Like once you do it once, I have no drive to want to do it, rush into it and do it again. Technically the endings are different, but the actual escaping out of terminal is exactly the same. So I don't know if Nikita's going to freshen it up every wipe and put different changes in or something. I assume something will happen like that. But yeah, I think it's better off for you just try and do it as a squad. Spoiler, you can't all escape together. And then just help each other out and just, do it bit by bit. Yeah, it wasn't like it was disappointing. I thought it was cool, but it just didn't, it didn't hit the same feels as Tarkov does for me. Like going into a raid and not knowing what's going to happen and different players with different gear and different squad sizes, that excites me. Trying to memorize this like puzzle map with raiders that are cracked with tier 6 armors and 995 ammo that one-shots any helmet that you've got, it just didn't feel good to me. So like, do I think it's a cool idea and experience? Yes. Did I enjoy it? After the first 3 or 4 attempts, I was just frustrated. And maybe that will change in time, but like I guess the best way of wording is I'm not like I can't wait to do it again. I literally don't care if I never did that map again, I wouldn't care. Like, and I think most of the other people that have successfully escaped from Tarkov on that map will probably think something similar. Like, yeah, I'm happy to do it to get the like achievement done, but realistically, yeah. However, the map itself is really cool. And I think, and I hope BSG opens it up to just have it as a map to play at some point. Even if it's only for events, like, hey, the ship's gone and it's been deserted. You can go and fight on it for a fucking month or 2. That would be so cool. And I think there's definitely possibility to do that. It's definitely big enough that it could be a full playable map. They obviously would have to do some work on it to make it like so the gears all spread out and all the loot spots. And I think that would make that map super exciting. But as the actual escaping through terminal is, the experience, after a couple of attempts, I was just so excited to be done with it so I didn't have to do it again. At least until I have to do it again to get the next achievement kind of thing and then move forward. Yeah. So I will do a full breakdown. I will do a full guide for the map. I'll talk about all the locations of everything, things you should know, and go from there. I will escape on my hardcore account, which is going to be interesting, but I will get there. I definitely know I can get there now, which was one of the things I was worried about when I said I was going to escape for Tarkov on hardcore before I even knew what escape for Tarkov entailed. But I could definitely do it now. So I look forward to that. It's going to take me a few months to get there, but when I do get there, it's going to be exciting to actually try to attempt it. And I think that will be, for me, the real achievement of hardcore all the way to terminal and escaping. And if for anyone who doesn't know, hardcore is a playthrough I do on my PestilyTV YouTube channel where I do a self-imposed rule set where I have to literally find everything in raid. The only trading I can do is from barters, and I can't use the flea market. So it's a really strict rule set that's quite painful and frustrating, but it feels really rewarding when you do literally anything in the game. And it's nothing like BSG's hardcore that they did like before the wipe. As from that, I think the idea of the 4 escapes is really, like 4 different endings, is really cool. And the rewards, I haven't even like claimed my rewards. I escaped and I shut my account. I shut my computer down. I did maybe some crafts. The rewards, here you go. Here's some money in a money case. I didn't even know. What's the other one? I got a poster and an armband. There we go. I didn't even know. So yeah, I was so done with it. I'm like, all right, cool. Close it. Close it. But I have been playing a lot of hardcore and I've been really enjoying it. So, and doing my crafts because I'm addicted to crafting apparently. All right, so outside of that, I'm now off for the next week. I'm going to be back on the 29th. I'll be back on the 29th of December, and I'll be live streaming again from then and making YouTube again from that point. I will be putting all my emphasis on guides, and you're going to see probably 2 to 3 guides a week coming out. Alpha hopefully is not too stressed about me saying that. But 2 to 3 guides a week coming out, focusing on either new players or veterans wanting to know more about where key locations are, maps, loot, all that good stuff, how to min-max the game as I like to do. And then, yeah, January will largely be me focusing on getting hardcore filmed and something else I'm going to be working on. And then starting from Feb, I'll move back to my main account to work on Prestige. I'll get Prestige 5, so I'll be working towards Prestige 6 and farming that 500 million. So that's pretty much my next few months. But guys, thanks so much for watching over the last year. If you watched any of my content, thank you so much. Thanks for watching all the way up to here. Hope you guys have a safe and wonderful Christmas with your family. If you do celebrate Christmas, otherwise just the holiday period in general, I hope you have a great time. And yeah, big thank you. It's been a massive 1.0. I honestly knew Tarkov was going to be hyped. I knew there was going to be a lot of old faces returning, but it's been cool. It's actually been really cool to see so many people come back. So thanks so much. If you're new to Tarkov, welcome. I'm sorry that you've decided to embrace the suck here. But yeah, that's all I got. Much love. Stay safe. I'll see you probably in the new year. All right, goodbye.